bow your heads for a moment of prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for the time you have given us here at MHS, for the friends we have made, for the laughter we have shared, and for the knowledge we have gained. We thank you for those who have given us their time, energy, and skill so that we may graduate today. Our teachers and mentors, our support staff here at Memorial, and our families and loved ones. We are blessed to have had them in our lives and to have them here with us today. For everyone in attendance, I ask that you lend us your guidance and fill us with your strength, your thoughts, and your dreams so that we may realize our full potential in all of our future endeavors. Finally, I pray that you keep us safe, following your path when we leave here today. I now invite you to join me in the recitation of the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Good morning, everyone. I would like to extend a warm welcome to parents, families, and friends of the graduates, the Board of Education, administration, teachers, and support staff of St. Mary City Schools, and finally to my fellow graduates in the class of 2014. We're finally here. 13 years ago, we unknowingly began a new period in our lives. We bounded into our kindergarten classrooms full of excitement and unhindered joy. Today, that journey, which up until this point has been a constant foundation in our lives, comes to an end. Today, we initiate yet another new period in our lives, with much the same joy and excitement as before, but perhaps with a new sense of uneasiness in our hearts, because this time it's up to us. We will no longer have an army of people standing at attention, ready to make our decisions and comfortably guide us down the path of life. So how are we going to determine what our decisions are? And more important, how are we going to make them matter? Poet Mary Oliver writes, "Doesn't everything die at last and too soon? Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life?" What do we plan to do with our one wild and precious life? Are we going to live in this world or simply exist? The notion of the rest of our lives may seem intimidating until you account for the knowledge we have gained over the past 4 years at MHS. Our parents have shown us what it means to love someone unconditionally, to place another's needs before our own, and to support those who we call our own in whatever they choose to do. Our teachers have shown us what it means to be great by pursuing one's own interests, and because of them, we realize the importance of giving back to our community, which has given so much to us. Our administrators have shown us what it means to have respect for others, and even when we resisted their rules, they ingrained in us the concept that our actions affect those around us and not just ourselves. Finally, we as graduates have shown each other what it means to be a part of a community. Our biggest failures and our biggest successes have served and will continue to serve as our guidance. So you see, we aren't going into our future lives alone. Though we may have more responsibility as individuals, the people who matter most in our lives and the lessons we have learned here at Memorial will forever be with us. As we go through this ceremony today, keep in mind that we, as the class of 2014, have been equipped to take risks, to step out of our comfort zones, and grow as individuals and contributors to society. We can make the most of our one wild and precious life. Thank you, and once again, welcome to the commencement ceremony of the class of 2014. Great honor to introduce to the stage the speaker of the class of 2014. This honor senior is the perfect embodiment of what it means to be a student here at Memorial. His courage, diligence, and spirit serve an example to whoever may encounter him. He has truly inspired each of us, his classmates, at some point in our lives. Without further delay, I would like to welcome to the stage Jared Duper.
For the last 14 years, we have spent 180 days a year, 6 hours per day, socializing, learning, and preparing ourselves for life ahead of us. Along the way, we have discovered ourselves and our friends. We have studied many subjects and prepared ourselves for life beyond those doors. To me, 14 years doesn't give the time we've spent here any justice. Let me break it down for you. This means that we've spent 15,120 hours building lifelong friendships. 3 months from now, best friends will split up. They will travel far and wide to learn things from cell biology to painting. They will travel far and wide to protect our country or stay here at home and support local businesses. No matter how far we travel and no matter how successful we become, we will always have a place next to the big lake to call home. Here at St. Mary's Memorial, we've been provided with 907,000 minutes to prepare for our future. These 907,000 minutes could have been spent on anything from math and science to woodworking and electronics. With the best staff and technology that there is to offer, with the right preparation and attitude, St. Mary's has given us the opportunity to prepare ourselves for almost anything out of high school. The possibilities and opportunities have been endless here at MHS. No matter what your path is or how your history has been written, the last 54,432,000 seconds you have spent in this school system will be remembered for a lifetime. This class marks the beginning of a new chapter for MHS. We are the first class to spend all 4 years in this new building. The last 54,432,000 seconds have been spent at the cutting edge of technology. With phones, laptops, and smartboards, knowledge lies at the fingertips. This school and the people within it have shaped the lives we live and how we will remember MHS. Finally, the last 14 years of our lives have been spent on somebody else's watch. We took the classes, we wrote the papers, and we did the math. We put in the time, the effort, and the dedication needed to graduate. We filled the rosters of sports teams and donated the blood, sweat, and tears needed to succeed. We had to show up, and we had to participate. The level of effort we put into the school system is what we were able to take out of it. But tomorrow is the first day in all of our lives where our time is ours. What are you going to do with it? It is now my great pleasure to introduce to you our superintendent, Mr. Sean Brown.
It is my honor, my pleasure, to welcome and introduce our guest speaker today, Mr. Tom Petter. Tom is a 17-year resident of Oxford, Ohio. He teaches at Miami University. He grew up in St. Mary's, Ohio, and graduated from St. Mary's Memorial High School in 1981. He still holds the all-time career assist record in basketball at St. Mary's. He graduated from Heidelberg with a BA in Business and English in 1985. He was a National Machinery Corporation top business student as a senior, 2-time MVP and captain of the baseball team, and a member of the 1984 Sweet 16 basketball team, inducted into the Heidelberg College Hall of Fame in the fall of 2008. Tom entered Princeton Theological Seminary, Princeton, New Jersey, after graduation and received a Master's of Divinity in 1988. Tom served as a high school teacher, coach, and chaplain in Indiana before continuing his education at Indiana University, where he earned his PhD in education in 1994. After 3 years as an assistant professor at Trinity University, San Antonio, Tom returned to Ohio and Miami University as professor in the College of Education, Health, and Society in 1997. Tom resides in Oxford with his wife, Chris, a 1985 Miami graduate and also a native of St. Mary's and a Memorial High School graduate. She is the treasurer of Three Rivers Local School District in Cleves, Ohio. Their son, Mitch, a sophomore in Miami, and Sam, a senior at Oxford, Talawanda, also reside in Oxford. Tom is an award-winning teacher and author. 14 books, published over 50 articles and book chapters in the field of education. He is active in the local community, is an ordained elder in the Presbyterian Church. From 2001 to 2011, Tom directed school and university partnerships for Miami and the Southwest Ohio region, and opened the University Partnership Office as its first director in 2005. He is a full professor at Miami University with permission from its president to run for the seat in the U.S. House of Representatives for District 8 to the general election in November 2004. Please help me welcome Tom.
Very kind, warm introduction. The first rule of politics or life is anything that can go wrong will go wrong, right? With the microphone, the whole thing, that's just life. It's coming right at you. The day after tomorrow. Grace and peace to all of you here today in attendance on graduation Sunday, and all those who wish they could have made it, but they couldn't. Today is a day of celebration and praise, and I want to extend travel mercies to all of you as you make your way on this great day. And I want to extend also a thank you to all the veterans in the audience here in attendance who have given their service to our great country. And thank you to Principal Ruane for the invitation and to Mr. Brown for the warm introduction, and to the school board, of course, for welcoming me. This is my hometown. When I drove through today, I felt a sense of warmth and encouragement like I always felt when I ran up and down the basketball court. I wish I could have stood behind that three-point line and shot a lot more shots. That was a long time ago, but we didn't have it. That would have been nice. I am so honored and humbled to be here. Thankful to be asked to address you on such an important occasion. I feel an emotional connection to you among many other reasons because my own son Sammy is graduating next Friday from Talawanda. I graduated from MHS too, just like you are doing today, 33 years ago, and was chosen by my peers to give the student address that day in May of 1981. So I want to extend another round of applause to the student speakers today who stood up in front of you and said what they said. Excellent. So this is a little bit like deja vu all over again for me. I remember feeling nervous and worried about that talk on the lead up to it. I feel much the same way today. My butterfly is only going away once the speech starts. I guess old habits die hard that way. But there's nothing wrong with being a little nervous. Being a little nervous means that you care. You might feel a few of those butterflies floating around today as you participate in the ceremony. These are important steps to take, but life is mainly about putting one foot in front of the other. When you do that, take the next step across the stage. It's more about the journey, what is actually happening, and less about what might happen or what has already happened in the past. Today is a very important part of what is yet to come, all of it new, all of it filled with promise, just like you are. Beautiful in this moment. Rest assured, after attending so many graduations in my life, I know the drill, so don't worry. I will keep it short and simple. I will do my best to mainly address today's graduates, though all of you in attendance may have a chance to continue the conversation over the next few days before life takes hold and the agenda and the conversations with the people closest to you shift, as well they should. So let's start with the title of my talk, The Day After Tomorrow. Literally, that's Tuesday, right? But the talk isn't about Tuesday necessarily. I need to use the day after tomorrow as a metaphor, that is, as a prompt for giving yourself, as a newly minted high school graduate, a little time to do three things in particular. So, I want you to give yourselves at least 48 hours to ponder, or if you're like me, to take 33 years, to consider, to think, and perhaps to do three very important things. First, I want you to think about what inspires you, about what drives you. about what makes you tick, about what you love to do. Think about the steps you can take forward that will let you spend the balance of your life, all of the precious, important time on earth, like the million minutes we just heard about, doing things that make you happy and fulfilled, and all at the same time that advance society and the public good, as well as the goodness of your relationships with family and friends and loved ones. I'm not suggesting to anyone here today that you change your course today or tomorrow, or on Tuesday next. Whether you're destined for work or college or military service, whatever is next is next. I get that, and so do you, and so do your parents and your guardians and your friends. But life has a funny way of setting itself up, doesn't it? You can't predict the future, but the things you do on purpose, and sometimes not, set the stage, set the path, provide the scaffolding for what comes next. Think about what it is you want to be, not just about a job, but about the kind of person you want to be, how you want to spend your time, and whom you want to spend your time with. If you set your sights on fueling that inner passion, feeding the thing that makes you feel alive and of good service, then you have a chance at the good life, at happiness. You have a chance at truly living and looking forward each day, not backward in regret. Think about what makes you tick, what makes your heart beat, what do you love to do with your time. And second, take some time to dig way deep down into your soul to thank the people closest to you that made high school and your life possible to this point. For me, I think of my parents and my siblings and other friends who always had my back and challenged me to be my best. And I think of teachers, the ones who drew me out, not just filling me up with knowledge, but the people who helped me become myself more fully, truly educating me. After all, education comes from the Latin root word educare, to lead out. True teaching isn't about filling something up, it's about leading it out. Learning is mainly about becoming the person you were truly meant to be and being led there by skilled teachers. So today, I think of thanking the following people on a short trip down memory lane. Some people in the crowd might recognize the names. Sherry McAvoy Kemp, my second grade teacher at Old Bunker Hill School, who let me produce an entire play about the assassination of Lincoln in front of the whole school as a second grader, Sherry McAvoy. I think of Burton Andrews, my sixth grade teacher, who taught me how to take photographs and to argue a point. Some of you have argued with Burton. I think of my wonderful language arts teachers in St. Mary's, who taught me to love and appreciate the spoken and written word, like Rhonda Shelby, and Patricia Duffy, and John Andreoni, and Denny Long, and John Grinrod, and Mary McIntosh, and Buzz Howard. And Bryce Brenneman, my neighbor and friend way back then, taught me to play basketball and taught me world history. And Larry Sabet, my baseball coach and civics teacher, and Paul Hirschberger, my basketball coach, became friends for life, like Steve Moore and Tom Yingling. Not just coaches and teachers, but friends. And Jim Young, provocateur and algebra expert who taught me about commitment and passion and trying when I didn't think I could do it. Algebra and other things. And on, including friends like Damon Goodwin, who made most of the baskets that led to the all-time assist record. You don't get anywhere alone. That's the first lesson in life. And Mark Davis, and Mark Sisko, and Jeff Knotts, and Matt Kinkley, and Chris Bowers, and my wife, Chris, who I met in 7th grade band way back when, who wouldn't date me in high school much, but then after college, saw the light. And Mary Jo Hudson, and Kirsten Anderson, and great friends, on and on. I thank them all today for all they gave me freely, without any hope of getting anything in return from me. They just gave. My life and your life are what they are because of the people in them. And even when people let us down, they're still our people. Ultimately, each one of us here today is loved by someone, taken care of, and pushed forward. Who is it that gave you that nudge? Who is it that loved you back enough to care, to help you succeed, or to keep you from failing? Thank that person today and let them know that your present and futures are connected and that you are grateful. Don't ever wait 33 years to tell someone how much you love them and value them and thank them. And third and last, keep in mind this historical fact. Before the year 1940, fewer than 40% of teenagers completed a high school degree. 75 years ago, you could get a good job and make your way in the world as a complete citizen who could read the newspaper and vote and make judgments without a high school diploma. But the world has changed. How it works has changed. It is possible today that you can have a career and a life with only a high school degree. It's also possible that you can be happy and rewarded without one altogether. But the odds are, in this world we live in, that you will need to pursue, perhaps even be required to pursue, learning experiences beyond high school. College, technical school, professional school, courses in the military. Almost all of them will be necessary going forward. The key for the most successful and most fulfilled person is whether or not you have a joy of learning things, of exploring your curiosities, sometimes on purpose, and sometimes just because you're driven to do so. So I ask you, class of 2014, do you read? Do you ask questions? Do you take classes whether you need to or not? Do you see a next step in your life or career and purposely figure out how to get ahead, how to learn more, how to study? I guarantee you that there will be people in your life who will encourage you and spur you onward, but I'm afraid that in the main, you are mostly now on your own. Can you find it in yourself to become the learner that you need to be, that your employer needs you to be, that your family needs you to be, and that society needs you to be? Now it's not on your teachers or your parents or your friends or on your professors or on your drill sergeants or on your fellow workers or your bosses. Now it's on you. What are you going to be? Will you be a learner? Will you allow yourself to be let out to become truly educated? Consider these questions, at least until the day after tomorrow. 1, what drives you? What makes you tick? 2, who should you thank before even taking one tiny little step across this stage with a shout out or a wave? And third, are you going to keep learning beyond your last day here and into your future, no matter what vocation you choose? You can talk about your answers around the celebration table tonight, the tents I saw set up all over town as I drove around my old haunts. With your most trusted people. If you're like me, the project will take about 33 years and counting. But each step along the way will be filled with hope, with challenge, with accomplishment, with risk, with failure, with success, and with boundless joy. So at least until the day after tomorrow, be well, my friends of the class of 2014 of St. Mary's Memorial High School, and Godspeed. Thank you.
Thank you for your inspirational message, Mr. Petter. It has been an honor to have you serve as our commencement speaker for the class of 2014. As an alumnus of St. Mary's Memorial High School, your message will encourage our graduates to strive for excellence as they enter the next phase of their lives. Your professional accomplishments serve as a reminder to our young people that you can be successful in life no matter where you come from. It is now an honor for me to welcome students, parents, family members, and friends as we gather here this afternoon to honor the class of 2014. 4 short years ago, I had the pleasure of presenting many of these students with certificates for their 8th grade recognition. They were the last class to graduate from McBroom Junior High. Over the years, I've had the pleasure of coaching many of you, teaching many of you, and now serving as your principal. Today, you become the first class to graduate from Memorial High School after spending all 4 years in this new building. I would like to thank Superintendent Sean Brown and members of the school board for your participation in today's program.
I applaud the members of the senior class for their selection of Jared Dubler to speak on their behalf. Jared, your classmates and your family are extremely proud of you at this moment. I share in that pride and thank you for your message. Kristen and Weston, congratulations. All of your hard work has paid off. Thank you for opening and closing remarks here today. Thank you to Mr. French and Mrs. Taylor for directing the music for today's program. I would also like to thank Mr. Holman, Mrs. Jeffries, Mr. Durnell, Mr. Jay, Mr. Minerding, Mrs. Johnson, Mrs. Torres, Mrs. Kraft, Mrs. Dahl, Mrs. Schlomer, Mrs. Strasberg, and Rod Williams from Herb Jones for their assistance today. Thank you to TSC for recording today's ceremony. It will be broadcast on the TSC channel and DVDs can be purchased. With this being Memorial Weekend, we are reminded of the sacrifices made by our military men and women to keep our country safe. I would like to honor all veterans in attendance today. Please stand as we thank you for your service to our country, for defending the freedoms we enjoy every day. So veterans, please stand. Thank you. We have several members of the graduating class that will be serving our country in the military upon graduation. They are wearing red, white, and blue cords to designate this honor. Will you please stand to be recognized? Let's give them a round of applause as well. May God bless and protect you all. I would also ask at this moment we take a moment of silence to remember the life and passing of 2014 classmate Jared Fowler. Thank you. Now I would like to recognize those seniors who have earned the designation of Honors Senior. These students have maintained a 9.8 GPA throughout their 4 years in high school. Please hold your applause until they are all standing. Matthew Alexander, Elizabeth Bartlett, Chevelle Boomershine, Kristen Dameyer, Jared Dubler, Amanda Dews, Samantha Fortman, Allison Franklin, Bailey Gottschalk, Ann Hertenstein, Weston Hirschfeld, Drew Hauser, Micah Johns, Aaron Kinkley, Luke Lemmerman, Chad Mextro, Sarah Miller, Cheyenne Niekamp, Derek Petchock, Tanner Rutschling, Chad Schmidt, Courtney Steele, Christine Sullivan, Taryn Tischler, Abigail Wilker, Zachary Wilker, Samantha Wilson, Thomas Worth, John Yale. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce the 2014 valedictorian, Kristen Dameyer. Kristen finished her high school career with a 4.7 GPA. This represents the highest GPA in the history of Memorial High School. Kristen will attend The Ohio State University in the fall and major in chemistry. Thank you, Kristen. I would also like to recognize the 2014 salutatorian, Weston Hirschfeld. Weston completed his high school career with a 4.56 GPA. Weston will attend the University of Cincinnati in the fall, majoring in mechanical engineering. We have two students in the class of 2014 that accomplished an impressive feat. Luke Lemmerman and Kristen Dameyer Both earned 12 varsity letters in 4 years at Memorial High School. Kristen, would you please stand? Earning 12 varsity letters in high school is a very impressive feat and is not easy to do. What makes this even more impressive is that they both did it while carrying GPAs of over 4.0s. So nice job, Luke and Kristen. I would like all the faculty of St. Mary City School District to please stand. And many of them are standing in the back. Thank you for the hard work and dedication. The young people before us today are a tribute to your commitment to this school district and to this community. Thank you. To the class of 2014, I'm extremely proud of you. You have achieved a great deal during your 4 years at MHS. Whether it has been in the classroom, on the athletic fields, on the stage, or in the community, you have excelled while representing MHS. As you move into the next phase of your lives, I would like to wish all of you the best of luck as you pursue your dreams. I urge you to keep a positive attitude when things don't go your way or the sound system doesn't turn on. Never give up on your dreams. There's always a backup plan. Before I present this class to you, I ask all the members of the audience to hold your applause until all graduates have received their diplomas. Announcing the graduates will be Assistant Principal John Meyerding. Presenting the diplomas along with me are Board of Education President, Mr. Brian Little, and Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Sean Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, I take pride in presenting to you the St. Mary's Memorial High School class of 2014.
Kristen Danmeyer. Weston Hirschfeld. Jared Dubler. Matthew Alexander. Reagan Aller. Cobain Applegate. Michael Aquaro. Nicole Aquaro. Autumn Armstrong. Evan Bader. Aaliyah Baker. Elizabeth Bartlett. Leanne Berkey. Angela Bowling. Chevelle Boomersheim. Dakota Braun. Jennifer Briggs. Cheyenne Brotherton. Adam Brown. Lauren Carlin. Carly Carnes. Adam Casey. Shelby Cheney. Courtney Chrisman.
Brandon Coffey. Taylor Coffey. Corey Coleman. Allison Cotterman. Kyle Dotson. Molly Dressen. Amanda Dews. Courtney Dunlap. Alexandra Dunn. Forrest Earl. Tayson Enoch. Dirk Fenwick. Amber Finley. Shelby Fisher. Samantha Fortman. Tequila Fowler. Allison Franklin. Alexis Frederick. Elena Frilly. Josh Fry. Matt Geiger. Shelby Goodwin. Zachary Goodwin. Bailey Gottschalk. Logan Graham. Mason Gross. Alexis Grodehouse. Jordan Hammond. Brian Harding. Maria Ostrider. Mariah Hefner. Ann Hertenstein. Alicia Hesse. Ian Hicks. Taylor Hiley. Marissa Heil. Matthew Holbrook. Michaela Holman. Michael Hoskins. Drew Hauser. Garrett Howard. Nathan Huber. Zachary Huff. Matthew Hunter. Micah Johns. Kyle Kiefer. Mallory Kill. Aaron Kinkley. Lauren Hoppenstein. Alex Naus. Jared Nouse. Andrew Cook. Nathan Caper. Shelby Kovar. Luke Leverman. Megan Liggett. Carl Lord. Patricio Martinez Rodriguez. Mason Mays. Devin McAllister. Tyler McMurray. Wyatt McVetti. Chad Mextro. Caitlin Metzger. Brent Miller. Derek Miller. Jessica Miller. Sarah Miller. Dietrich Mines. Ryan Minnick. Kayla Mobley. Faith Monin. Jaron Montag. Paige Morris. Caitlin Murphy. Kristen Murphy. Elizabeth Navarez. Cheyenne Niekamp. Cole Niemeyer. Bridget Owen. Kyle Oswald. Alexandra Overly. Danielle Patton. Michael Pence. Derek Petchall. Justin Petchall. Christopher Prince. Brandon Purdy. Darian Rockwood. Serena Rockwood. Kelsey Rohrball. Brandon Roselle. Sierra Russell. Tanner Rutchling. Chaz Schmidt. Chelsea Schneider. Christine Shawstall. David Slide. Ryan Slide. Abby Smith. Alicia Smith. Rachel Smith. Christopher St. Pierre. Courtney Steele. Zachary Stevens. Cynthia Stidham. Christine Solomon. Vance Sutherland. Taryn Tischler. Kaylee Tobin. Samuel Tobin. Drake Turner. Gregory Van Tilburg. Sean Barushka. Mitchell Vogel. Nathan Vogel. Marcus Wagner. Trent Whale. Samantha Walter. Thomas Walter. Brittany West. Zachary Wheeler. Mara Whetstone. Abigail Wilker. Zachary Wilker. Marquise Wilson. Samantha Wilson. Courtney Winget. Jesse Winthrop. Thomas Worth. Charles Wolfgang. John Yale. Selena Ziegler. Matthew Zink. Earning certificates of attendance. Marie Louise Enke. Florian Howe. Nikolai Olson.
At this time, I would like to ask the senior choir members to come forward under the direction of Mrs. Christine Taylor and accompanist Krista Heidel. They will sing their senior song, For Good, from the musical Wicked. At the conclusion of the senior song, they will lead us in the singing of Memorial High School Alma Mater. Please stand at that time to join us. The words are in your program.
Everyone in their lifetime must at some point take in a sharp breath and face the facts. This is goodbye. Goodbye, such a simple yet difficult word. In our case, it may mean uncertainty. To some of us, it is a joy, and to others still, it brings back waves of emotion. Today, we are all facing goodbye. This day marks the end of a chapter, but the beginning of a book. Today is the day we must say goodbye to our teachers, to our friends, and to these halls. MHS has played a major role in the shaping of our lives. We have not only learned our arithmetic and how to read and write, but also we've learned about teamwork, leadership, and friendship. We have all made memories that will truly last us a lifetime. So let us say thank you one last time to those that have given us this day. First, we must thank our friends and community. They've supported us through our endeavors and been a source of encouragement. We must thank our families, parents, grandparents, siblings, and more. They have all influenced us and pushed us forward. And finally, our teachers, administrators, and staff here at MHS. They have provided this facility for learning and have given us the knowledge we now possess. For this and much more, we must say thank you. And now, to the class of 2014, we have fought the fight and made it. Let us all now go forward and thrive in our new lives. Let us never forget the halls here at MHS and what has gotten us this far. As Semisonic says in their famous song, Closing Time, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Today marks our new beginning, and so we must say goodbye at last. But as it was once said, goodbyes are never forever. Goodbyes are not the end. They simply mean I'll miss you until we meet again. Thank you to my fellow peers for the last 12 years we've shared, and congratulations, class of 2014.